Almost there.
Good morning. We're starting the next segment.
Join me for the Caminata Panoramica. This is the scenic hike across Puerto Rico. Basically, you show up for the hike, register each morning at the starting parking lot, pay $15 per segment per adult, then you get on board the bus and it'll take you to the starting point for the day.
Jen from JenThereDoneThat, and we are on day one of the Caminata Panoramica walk, starting in Maunabo all the way back to Yabucoa.
Maunabo is known for their annual 3-day crab festival during the first week of September. Starting at the town plaza, there is coffee and breakfast this morning, followed by a brief welcome message, then we begin the hike. We are currently walking away from the Punta Tuna Lighthouse. It is directly behind us. Last year, this was the only segment that I was able to hike due to poor planning. So this year, I plan to hike each segment across the island. Residents along the route wave to us and a friendly bon dia as we pass by.
Buenos dias.
The $15 fee per segment includes the bus ride, police and emergency vehicle escort, liability and medical insurance, plus water along the route.
Pit stop.
There are roadside restaurants open for bathroom breaks, snacks, and drinks along each segment of the route.
And I think this is about the halfway point.
The first half is almost entirely uphill for today's segment.
Finally, some downhill.
It is shaded and cool for the majority of this segment, but I am still slathered in sunblock and wearing a hat. Since we are walking west in the morning, the sun is in full force against our backs, so remember to apply sunblock on the back of your legs as well as arms and shoulders.
Birds are out chirping, cheering us on.
At only 9.4 kilometers, this is one of the shortest segments. They slowly increase in length and difficulty throughout the 2 months of hiking.
And getting off the 3, going left on the 182. Way up in the distance is another police officer. Keeping us safe and keeping us on the right path. The end of the road, day 1. Refreshments, bananas, cold fruit and water, and then a local bar serving a complimentary lunch and cheap service.
So we're starting the second segment of the Caminata Panoramica right here at this little cafe. It's clearly marked on the sign behind me, and we've got parking around us, and this is where we're actually going to end up at the end of the day. So they're going to bring buses in, and we're going to take the buses to the starting point of the trail and then end up here in the afternoon.
There is breakfast for sale at the beginning of each hike. I stop in for a quick bite after registration, then the bus will take us to the starting point for the day. Sometimes breakfast is after the bus ride.
Breakfast of champions.
This is the Mercado Plaza that we finished at last week and we're starting at this week.
Today we are hiking from the center of Yabucoa to the east side of Yabucoa. We quickly leave the town center out to agriculture land for the duration of the hike.
But we're still on flat trail so far. We are going to hit 900 feet elevation over the course of this hike today, so enjoying the flat while we can. The sun is out and there is no shade. Not on this day of the trip.
Off in the distance are sheep grazing, and another few feet, a cow, right along the trail.
Ooh, finally a shaded section. Starting to see that elevation change right here. Now I'm starting to feel the elevation change. Okay, I think this is about the halfway point for us. We're on the 182, kilometer marker 7.4, and we're going much farther than this. And finally some flat road, a good breeze, and not too bright of a sun. Hi, Bessie. Hello. She's not impressed. And more uphill from here. Just a quick little break here. That's beautiful.
That's where you want a house, right?
Sure. We're at mile marker 13.2. We end at 13.5. Almost there.
Yeah, as soon as you see that.
I can hear a faint sound of music. Only a few feet away is where they're serving a traditional Puerto Rican lunch in the warehouse. Our numbers are way too large for everyone in the restaurant, so we take turns getting drinks from the bar. So we've just completed segment A and B, and now we're going to skip over to F. Yes, sections C, D, and E are still closed from Hurricane Maria. Either a combination of the trails are too badly damaged or the restaurants along the way are closed, so there's no pit stop areas. Our next hiking segment is F, and we'll see you there.
Good morning. We are on the next segment, and this is where we're going to end up. It's 2,300 feet elevation, and right now it is foggy and crazy. At the end of the day, I'm going to come back to this spot and show you what it looks like when it's not 68 degrees and 7 a.m. But this is incredible. So we're going to go get registered for the hike today and get started.
And we're starting at this house serving coffee and breakfast sandwiches. Really pretty view. And we are going to be starting the hike in just a few minutes. We just got off the bus.
Cayey is one of my favorite areas of the island. I love the cool mountain fog and the otherworldly feeling here. Known for some of the best food on the island, a few of my favorite restaurants are located here in Cayey.
This is where we're starting. Sign for the Sand and the Sea, and back there behind the cops, up that road, is the Sand and the Sea, one of my favorite restaurants in all of Puerto Rico.
Cayey.
Yeah, we're in Cayey, so we are absolutely in some of the best restaurants, because that's another great one. And there's everybody from the hike.
The mountain air is so clean and refreshing up here. It's still a bit cool, and I am very happy that I wore long sleeves today. Many of the hikers wear a light windbreaker or other layers. Most normal people probably would not find this too cool, but we are very spoiled here in the tropics, and anything below 70 degrees is considered freezing cold. Ah, and here comes the rain. Fortunately, it's just a light sprinkle, but in the future, I'm going to pack a lightweight rain jacket for these mountain segments. I do carry a small dry bag with me in case of a heavy downpour. The rain is over in just a few minutes, and the morning fog is burning off. The road is twisty and narrow along this route. Here's one of the local fruit stands featuring pineapples grown nearby. The police officers along the route are cheering us on.
Oh man. Okay, so we're close. Arriba, arriba. Hi. Here's one of the steeper sections of the hill. Or at least at this point, it just feels like one of the steeper sections. Whew. An uphill battle, but a stunning view. Oh my God, it's gorgeous up here. And that's where we just came from. Down there. So legend has it, when the Spaniards first came here, they said, "Ay, bonito," which basically means, "Oh, beautiful," because they were so struck by how beautiful the town is. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a gorgeous story, and I just love this area of the island.
According to past hikers, this is one of the hardest segments, and I'm not gonna lie, it kicked my ass. But this is also my favorite segment of Caminata Panoramica so far.
A few hours ago, this was completely covered in fog, as you might remember, and now here is a spectacular view. That's where we came walking down from. And that's where we're headed next week. Thanks for joining me on this segment through Aibonito.
After hiking 17 kilometers uphill, both ways, tacos and margaritas are the perfect post-hike lunch, especially with this view. I was not feeling well for segment G, so I took a sick day. No hiking for me.
Starting our morning at Jeepers.
Fresh off the bus, and people are singing and stretching.
And Jeepers, it's a great view.
Good morning. We're starting the next segment. And there's a little bit of a concert going on behind me.
Stretch really good. This one's gonna hurt.
Oh, I had no idea how true my words would be on this hike.
Let's get started. First stop, a little extra coffee, sopa de pollo, and baños. Caldo de pollo.
Sopa is like a lot of stuff in it.
So this is just broth.
This is just like a broth. If you're lucky, you'll get a little piece of chicken somewhere.
Some pretty amazing views, just getting started. So it looks like I've left a lot of people back at the first stop for snacks. We really like snacks along this trail, but my friends are up there, so I'm gonna catch up with them in a minute, and in the meantime, I'm enjoying just kind of the view. And we haven't hit the elevation too badly yet, so.
Grab a water. Look at that. Awesome, thank you.
Off to the right is Toro Verde, home of the Toro Verde Adventure Park, with the famous monster zip line through the jungle.
Saving this one for another trip. Definitely coming back here. Yeah.
Not all the roads are safe.
There are some pretty rough parts of the road, including spots where entire sections of the lane have collapsed down the mountain.
Cool construction going on this morning. Yeah, the views are pretty great back here.
I soon found out how bad the roads were when I tripped and fell. I walked the rest of the trail back to my Jeep parked just up on the right.
So all done, but it's not hiking with Jen unless there's a little blood. So I did trip. The road was bad. I twisted my ankle and I scraped up my leg a little bit. So I'm gonna have a swollen ankle tomorrow, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go get a mojito and cool off a little bit and ice my ankle.
Ooh, isn't my leg pretty? I had no idea how badly I injured my ankle. The swelling was just getting started. The Caminata Panoramica, which I was doing until I recently injured my ankle. It rolled, and so now this week, today and tomorrow are back-to-back hikes through the center of the island, and I am not able to stand very well, much less do a 12-kilometer hike. So that's out for me this week. Hoping that by next week I'm healed enough to at least do one of the 2 days and then go ahead and finish it off at the end of March with the rest of the group and walk from the East Coast to the West Coast of the island with the Caminata Panoramica group.
It's been 10 days since I injured myself in Orocovis, and I think I'm done for a little while on the Caminata Panoramica. I'll try again next year. I did get through a few of the hikes. I'm pretty proud of that. I really wanted to finish and walk end to end, so maybe next year. And in the meantime, I got to see more of the island, and it reinforced that I love Aibonito and Coamo, and I got to see more of those areas. I made a lot of new friends this year, got to see some friends that I had made last year, learned more about the island history and culture. I learned a few new songs on the bus ride out to the trailhead, and really just had a great time this year. So even though I didn't quite finish it, it didn't end the way I wanted it to, it was still a wonderful experience, and I hope you join me next year on the Caminata Panoramica, Puerto Rico.
As I was editing this video and trying to get it out, it was just announced that due to the COVID-19 coronavirus, the last few segments are going to be put on hold. So maybe we'll continue them later after March for 2020. Either way, I wasn't going to be able to finish the rest of the Caminata Panoramica this year, but I'm really hoping that we can get to these last few segments either later this year or definitely next year. Thanks for joining me on the Caminata Panoramica. For more videos exploring Puerto Rico, the Caribbean, and beyond, be sure to subscribe to JenThereDoneThat.